we have an incredibly annoying fly that keeps wandering around, so if I'm sort of darting out the way, I'm not doing a strange dance, there's 2 flies, that's great. Today I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A. I had some great responses on social media about some questions that you had to do with running, and I thought I'd answer them now. So I've got my coffee with me and we're good to go. For any of you that don't know, I am a long distance up to ultra marathon distance runner. This was something that I got into sort of over 2 years ago when I went sort of more off-road and got into the trails and the fells and mountains and absolutely loved it, and really spent a lot of time of my life be doing that kind of thing. I really love to share my stories and my adventures on my blog, which I'll link down below. And I'm really touched that you guys got in touch with some great questions, so I'm going to answer them now. First question: how to improve pace but build up distance as well. So what this is saying is, how do I go further with my running but keep fast? Build up the distance first and spend some time as well getting in some shorter interval training runs and shorter, sharper runs, just to keep your cadence up and to keep fast. Kind of actually on the same sort of idea with distance, how do you make the transition from half to a full marathon? Well, first of all, if anyone's thinking about that, excellent, well done, go for it. Build it up a little bit at a time. Don't try and go over the sort of 10% a week increase rule, because you don't want to risk injury and things like that. Take your time. Time on your feet is really important, so do spend days out where you might not, as I say, go that far, but just get used to the endurance aspect of it, and build up core strength as much as you can as well. That's something that I'm working on actually at the moment, and as I say, it's something that absolutely doable. If you're running a half marathon, that's awesome, well done, you're halfway there. So just take it steady and build it up slowly and gradually. Good question as well. Training plans, GPS tracking, time analysis, etc. can make things very serious at times. How can we ensure it's still fun? What a great question. What I would say when this has happened to me is put down your watch, put down your phone, put down anything that can tell you how far you've gone or your pace. Sometimes you need to forget about things like the initials PB, and you need to just step away from it. And sometimes I need to remind myself of that too, that actually I enjoy my sport because of running, not because of results, because of running. So if you're feeling like that, put down anything that can tell you how well you've done. Go out for a day and don't care how far you've gone, just enjoy it. Go out with friends, enjoy going slowly, enjoy the atmosphere and the scenery around you, and just don't take it all too seriously. I think it's probably the best way to just get a bit of perspective sometimes that you need to with your running. Love to know what you do to motivate yourself on hard trails. Really good question. I actually find the hard trails are the ones that get my mind thinking the most and really rev my running up, because I really enjoy the challenge of it. I love races where you've got technical downhills, or you know when you're going uphill and that even though it's hard, the other side of it will be a nice downhill or whatever. I much prefer that to the idea of a road marathon, for example. I have such respect for my friends that do that. I just couldn't deal with the same terrain all the time. So for me, I don't have to motivate myself that much with it, because I like the sort of mental strategy with it. I would definitely say get involved with races and things. That really helps. A good example being, this weekend just passed, I did a race. Now, the weather wasn't great and I had to cross a river twice as part of the race, but I absolutely loved it, and you're in the moment and it's great and you just go for it, and yeah, it's a bit cold, but it's fabulous. And I would just say, get involved, get out with friends. Sometimes the weather can look bad this time of year and you could not be that motivated to go out and get on trails that are difficult, but actually once you're there you love it and it's a great sense of achievement. So I would say try and get out as much as possible and go with friends and enjoy it. Have I had any triumph over injury? Yes, I have dealt with injury, and it is a really tough part of running. It's also one of those things that it's part of it, and it's okay. It doesn't matter if you have to take time out. You're not a failure. You haven't made the wrong decision taking up the sport. It's just part of it, and that's okay, and you just have to look after yourself well, mentally and physically, because it can be quite mentally draining when you're and frustrating when you're having to deal with injury. I had problems when my training for my first ultra with my IT band. It was a nightmare. I was trying to up my mileage too much, and I ended up having to take time out, which wasn't great because I had a bit of a time constraint. But actually, you do learn so much from injury, ways just to plan better maybe next time and think about your training, but also it's just overcoming something, isn't it? It's, you know, you have a setback, but you pick yourself up and you move on. There's such a great network online, especially of other runners who can be really helpful and supportive. So definitely do, and you will get through it. Thanks so much again for your questions, and I hope that my answers have been helpful, and do send more questions because I will definitely do another one of these soon. Have a really great weekend, happy running if you're going out running, rest well if you do have any injury, and if you've never run before, then definitely get some trainers and just go for it.